Hey everybody, and we're back for the next segment of this opening. Kind of just doing this in the hall, well, I guess it's hallway now, but it's the middle of the living room instead, because these boxes are outrageously large, and I'm genuinely kind of perplexed. So I guarantee you there's a very large plush in here, but the box just seems way too big for it. It looks like they've taped two boxes together. And then this, I can only assume has our Standee in it, but I'm looking at it like, did they really pack that thing in intact? Like, I don't get why they would do this. So, like, it's not, so there should be at least like three, larger things, and I'm sure they put it in there, but there's got to be either a lot of empty space or there's little Standees literally intact. I don't know. So this whole shipment, I think, was pretty expensive. Like, it was kind of ridiculous. But anyway, I'm gonna get into this one first. They're both really big, and I don't think there's any point in doing one or the other first. So let's see. I can't even get the tape here. Jesus. Okay. There we go. Like, I didn't even know it was possible to send boxes this big. I know, like, obviously EMS you can't, but I didn't think FedEx would do it this big. Apparently DHL will. Oh, yes, so these are the DHL packages. I did have to pay customs on this. It was only about $30-40, and they didn't have to stop and do anything special or get any extra paperwork or any of that stuff. So that's some relief on that. So it looks like, I don't know if it's the top or if this thing is just actually that big. We've got the Pokemon plush in here. It says it is 103 centimeters by 69 by 550. So maybe it is just big, and it is just this, and they didn't want to, and that's just why. But let's get this thing out. Kind of limited on space in here right now. Okay. Okay, I think push this off now. I'll take a look in this box and see if there is... I think it is actually just this big. Holy crap. I can't get this box out. Oh. Okay. There we go. And, yeah, that's literally all that was in this box was that, and it's just really freaking big. Okay, I'm going to chuck this up on the couch, and I'll show you what comes in this box. So this is a plush, and I don't know if I've mentioned it in a previous video about the Pokemon Center having, not being sure whether they're going to release these things in the US. So one of them, I bought on the Japanese shop, and then 2 weeks later they released it on the US shop, and I was like, oh, well, fuck that, I'm going to buy the US one for the next one. And then this came out, and they did not do a US release for this, as far as I know. So I got stuck having to import it after the fact. But, I'm looking at this box now. I think it was going to be a hassle and really expensive either way. So this one is, open it up here, I won't ruin any of the surprise. Cut it open. find a place to store this box and save the original box for it. Maybe within the next couple weeks, I'm hoping to have the heat installed in the arcade, and I'll probably start storing stuff like this up in the loft. So these things, I'm also probably going to find a way to display them up there in kind of like the game room, the game store kind of section. So here we go. Got the box open. Jesus fucking Christ, it really is that big. I didn't really know what to expect. So this is Yadon, which in English is Slowpoke. And he is a big, fat boy. Oh my lord. Holy crap, it's huge. Oh my god. I thought the Psyduck was big. This guy is like, oh my lord. Look at this. Jesus. I'm actually okay paying as much as I did for shipping now that I've seen him. Oh my god. Okay, so this is apparently the size of Snorlax, Slowpoke. It's enormous, and it's actually quite heavy. I'm certain you can fall asleep on this thing, but yeah, here he is. I'll take a look over in a sec. I'm gonna throw him aside for now. Come back to it. So we've got the other big box here. Oh my god, he just fell over. Jesus, that thing is big. It's no wonder they sold the Lucario over here, so I don't know that they're just not shipping over big stuff, but that's big. I feel like, my god, I don't know. That might have something to do with it as a size, because like even Psyduck was big, but I don't think it's like that. Jesus. Okay. So let's see here. I'm almost certain they probably didn't break down that Standee at all. I wonder if it's just because the seller who sold it originally didn't, and then they didn't bother to do anything or what, but it's kind of a shame, and I'm the one that ends up losing out on it on the cost of shipping. I was wondering why the hell this box was so big. But let's get in here and take a look at that Standee and the one or two other items that I think are in the box. Okay, so I'm gonna rotate this around here. And actually there's I think there's a couple more boxes. I don't remember exactly what's in this one, but I'm gonna rotate that so that you can see everything there. Open it up. It looks like there's a big Standee in the back and a bunch of boxes in the front, and it's falling over. Let's start with everything that's in the front. Here we've got, I believe this is more EMU's Wave Pass modules. Just another stack of 6, I think it was. Got something packed flat here. My makeshift knife isn't doing great. This is a piece of a broken Sound Voltex 5 marquee. In one of my previous videos, I opened a new art set. It was to replace one that was cracked. This is part of the cracked one. That cab has had it replaced now. This is something cardboard and flat. Oh, this is a Starwing Paradox Standee. So I'm actually since this video is just there's not enough time for it. I might come back to that. But it's a standee with like little boxes that that like go like this. And anyway, it's for Starwing Paradox, and since I got the cabs, I want to have them look good in the arcade. Got a box here. It's relatively light. Let's see what's in here. It is, so this is a pretty cool thing that I totally didn't spend too much money on. I will probably look over this more in a video, in whatever video I do for fixtures. So I'm not going to unwrap it right now, but this is the PCB for a Sega UFO catcher that has been, you know, dismantled or whatever. And I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's like one of the doors, the prize outdoors with Sonic on it, some buttons down here, and they've converted this into a jukebox that will, you know, play the attract loop from the game. And since I'm only going to have 1 or 2 cranes in the arcade, I thought this would be nice. Add a couple, some extra crane sounds to the arcade, and yeah, I could have done something like that myself, but for much cheaper. But it's a cool thing, so I picked it up. But yeah, like when I look at the cash register and a few other things that came in, I'll do a video on that, and we'll look at that thing too. Here, so I just picked this up because it was listed pretty cheap. I think like $10 or something. This was one of the custom, or not custom, you know, like the special EMU's cards that I used to use a long time ago, and it's faded down to nothing. And the card that I'm using right now has this as a label on it. But it was super cheap, and I was like, it's nostalgic, so I picked up this card. It's one of the ones I really like. Got another box here, and it looks like, oh, there's something pumping out of it. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Grab my shiv. Yeah, so again, like I mentioned, you know, they did charge some customs on this, but there was no hassle. I had mentioned over a certain amount, they're supposed to get you for like, you know, goes into like business use or some extra filing for taxes or something that you have to do. And I didn't have to deal with any of that. So this looks like it's going to be the Poppin 7 marquee and door. Poppin 6, I'm sorry. So here's the door for it, which is really pretty. And the marquee. I'm not going to open too much more than this. I kind of wonder if this is one of the original box. Oh, there's another box inside. It has a KONAMI label on it. It's just an empty box, but it has a KONAMI serial number on it. So this might have actually been a kit box for this style cabinet. I kind of want to take a closer look at the. Oh yeah, no, I didn't even look at the side. Yeah, it says this is an original box, so I'm definitely keeping this. Here on the side, it's got GCB00. I'm not sure what that is. I don't think that's not a Poppin, I don't think, but anyway, it's an original kit box, which fits that marquee perfectly, which is interesting. So let me readjust this here. I think I knocked it. Okay, and then I think the last thing, oh no, there's one more box here, one small box. I don't know if this is cards or what, but let's cut this open. And we've got... yes. So this is the Love Live adapter made by one of the Japanese people in the community on Twitter. But this is for plugging a Love Live machine in to a Brook adapter. They've just made this this nice 3D printed frame. They've got a PCB with the connectors on it already, and you can hook up and run the PS4 version. So at some point we'll be trying these out. We're probably going to try and make some more ourselves. With so many cabs coming over, it's definitely going to be really valuable to have a little bit of extra, use out of that cab. And then here at the very bottom, we've got what I expected is this standee is in one solid piece, not folded down or anything. This is the one for Project Diva Arcade, specifically Project Diva Arcade and not Future Tone, which again, this video is really long. I'm not gonna unwrap this either. All of this you'll see when I do the arcade tours. You'll see it in pictures and video and stuff as well. But so yeah, just for the sake of time, I'm gonna hold off on that, and we will come back to it when we got the arcade open. So I'm gonna grab the camera real quick here and go over to this Slowpoke, because I will take the time to look at that. And honestly, probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this into 2 videos. I'll just do a part 1 and a part 2. So I also just got back from MagFest, so like my suitcase is buried under this. Let me, oh my lord, move all this stuff out of the way. Look at this guy. It's just like Sound Voltex for comparison. He's just huge. Freaking big. Ugh. Come out, big guy. I can't even. Ugh. It's so heavy. So yeah, there's a Slowpoke. His big, dumb face. But yeah. So this is probably, I think by the time I'm done, this is going to end up being in the second half of this video. But yeah, I'll be back in, it's probably, so yeah, it's probably going to be, might be a couple weeks until I do the last part, the last 3 items from EMS, because I think with Japan locking down, their EMS packages are taking forever again. Mine have been in for about 2 weeks and haven't even moved, so I'll probably be back in a couple weeks and we'll look at those. Until then, yeah, just hang tight. Alright everybody, we're back in the last segment of this video. It's not very much in here, just 3 items. But yeah, the EMS finally came in, and here it is. This took about between 3 to 4 weeks, about 4 weeks to get here. So it's due to the, I'm assuming due to, flights getting shut down and whatnot, and since EMS goes that route of going on commercial flights, it got stuck in Tokyo for about, 3 weeks before finally shipping, and 4 weeks to get here. So as of this recording, I've also heard EMS prices are going up again. So it just keeps getting worse and worse to do that route. So we'll see how things go after the pandemic. But it's really bad right now. So we'll just get through this real quick because the videos, I'm already splitting this in 2. It's rather long. So we'll just go through these 3 items. I got these shipped together because all 3 of these kind of show as like a tapestry or banner or some sort, in the system, and I usually ship these things separately so that I don't have to deal with any custom shit when they try and call on it. I might start, if costs really start getting that high, I'm just going to start going DHL on stuff, because I think DHL is less likely to give you trouble than like FedEx, even though it's a little more expensive. But just need to be a little more choosy what I what I send as. This is super taped up. I can't get this open even. Get these under it. God, what did they do? Just rip it open. This is ridiculously tightly secure. Is there another box in here? My God. What the hell tape did they use? Okay. So this one came out as a really large tapestry. I believe this is the Diva one. My friend has one of these too, and so right now I have the Project Diva on right next to one of the Bimani sound barriers out in the arcade, and I'm probably going to hang this off of it so that we can display some neat shit. I am going to open it all the way. I'm not really ready to put it out there, but I do want to show it off here. So it's not technically a tapestry, it's more of a poster on like this really nice plastic print, but I think in the system it shows up as a poster. So it's this is for Project Diva Arcade, not Future Tone. Hopefully you can see the whole thing. It's bigger than, I think this is bigger than B1 size, or it's around B1 size. It's pretty big, but it's already on this on these plastic little loops here, so it should be really easy to hang up, leave it as it is. But this will go right next to the Future Tone machine. So that's that one. And then we've got two more banner slash tapestry style things. One is a Love Live one that I don't remember if I've gotten one before and just forgot, but it was affordable enough that I got it. And the other one is I think is a second Love Live banner that I picked up that I had not seen before. So I'll get this first one first. And this one, like, I almost feel bad. I bid really high on one, and it sold for something like $700 or something ridiculous. And I was bidding it up, and I was just, it was too much. It was crazy. I said, screw it. And then this one came up. It's a little moist or something, or sticky. I don't know. It feels almost like this little sticky. Anyway, another one came up, and this was like $80. There's definitely something about the feel of it. It's like damp, but it doesn't smell gross or anything. It feels like this was washed and then immediately put into. Like, it smells clean. Like it smells like they cleaned it, and it just so this good thing I opened this. Actually, let me look at the plastic. Doesn't really look moist. It just feels like it. I'm gonna set this out. I'm gonna lay this out and let it dry. But I got two of these, and these will hold, like, I think off the ceiling beams in the arcade. So it's just a really big one that shows the Love Live After School Party logo on it. It's about, I think, 6 foot, 7 foot. Oh, that's more than 7 foot. This is probably a 210 centimeter or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this out to dry, and hopefully that, because that's what I think is, it's got to be damp or something. Chuck this over here. And then here we've got this last one. It's actually pretty chunky. It feels like it's more of a mouse pad than anything. Let's open it up and see what we got here. I could swear it said it was like a tapestry or something. I'm just going to cut it open. I don't feel like fighting it. But yeah, it looks like it's more of a mouse pad than anything, like a rubber. Yeah, it's rubber. It's like a rubber mat of some kind, but I bought it because I hadn't seen it before, and it was cheap too. I think it was at least under 100. It wasn't super crazy expensive, but I had never seen this before. So we'll open this up, see what it is, and you can kind of see how we want to display it. Okay, so it's just this small thing. It's not very big. It looks rather dirty too. I wonder if this was... It's rubber for sure. I don't know. I wonder if this is like a floor mat or something, because it's kind of like yellow and faded. You can actually see here, it looks like something was sitting on it right here, and this part is sun faded, this part isn't. So I might go back and look at the auction, see if there's a better description of what it was, but anyway, this was something that I hadn't seen, and you know, keep it for displaying for the cabs. But yeah, so that's it for this batch of videos. Hopefully it's going to be a while before I do anything else. This was a lot longer than I intended it to be. So yeah, until the next video, stay safe as always, and we'll see you next time. Take care.